It is the conclusion, the final episode of some Bible study, aka BS, because that's what this is. This is the worst thing on YouTube, part 10. So we went through and we did eliminations for all the current players who I think my dream roster would be, but now it's time to tackle the GOATs. Not the actual GOATs, my favorite players at each position. Okay, so I love all these players near and dear. I got some reserves at the bottom. We're going to go over everyone. So first base, my starting first baseman will be Anthony Rizzo. One of two players that I got their t-shirt of. I don't have jersey. I have t-shirts. You know, we're poor. But anyway, I don't have jersey. I have his t-shirt, 44, Anthony Rizzo. My name's Anthony. It goes perfectly. I love Anthony Rizzo. My first real, and because my favorite team, first real baseball player I really got behind. He just hits, 3 consecutive seasons of 30 home runs, 20 doubles, 100 RBIs. I think I got that correct, actually. So, yeah, I won the Roberto Clemente Award, Babe Ruth Award, one of those awards. Awesome. I love Anthony Rizzo. My starting second baseman would be Brandon Phillips. Okay, I know him on the Reds. I listened to him back in 2012. He would hit. He was amazing. I love Brandon Phillips. He also gave me one of the best quotes ever, which is, offense sell tickets, defense win championships. Speaking of quotes, I'm putting a whole video together of my top 5 favorite quotes, so check those out. Here's a hint, Brandon Phillips will be in that video. My starting shortstop will be Hanley Ramirez. I love this guy. I love his name. I know him from the Marlins. He was on the Red Sox. I love Hanley Ramirez. I don't know why. I don't know, it's just the name, because I like his name a lot, Hanley. And he rakes. I love him. I love Hanley Ramirez. I don't know exactly for what reason, but I love Hanley Ramirez. He just rakes. My starting third baseman is Adrian Beltre. 21-year season with the Dodgers. He was on the Red Sox. I only know him as a Ranger. And when he was on the Rangers, he's phenomenal. I love Adrian Beltre. 500 home runs, I think. 3,000 hits. Sure Hall of Famer. One of the best third basemen I've ever heard of. Adrian Beltre, welcome to my all-time favorite. Catchers, Ivan Pudge Rodriguez is who I have starting for me. I never Rangers. He was also on the Tigers as other teams maybe, but I love Pudge. Last year I didn't even know who Pudge was. And I just, with the lockdown and everything, with MLB putting out all-star games, for 93, from 2001. Pudge is in all of them. I also listened to the Rangers and the Tigers. Unfortunately, Pudge wasn't in that game because he had to deal with family issues in Mexico or whatever, but I got robbed of the chance to listen to Pudge. I love Pudge. He's actually a catcher that has great defense and good offense. I love Pudge. Okay, so my starting left fielder would be Juan Soto. Just rakes, just absolutely. He should have won the 2018 Rookie of the Year over Ronald Acuna Jr. Rakes. Not as good as defensive Ronald Acuna Jr., but who cares? He rakes. Not right field. Center field, my starting center fielder is Marquise Grissom. Again, with this lockdown, I've been listening to a lot of old baseball games. He was on the Expos. He was on the Braves. He rates. He is one of 15 kids. I found out during one of the All-Star games he was in. He started in that game, 1993 in Baltimore. I love Marquise Grissom. He is amazing. I don't know how good of a player he was, but in the games that I listened to him, I always want him to go deep whenever he comes up to bat. And speaking of guys that come up to bat and I want to go deep, my starting right fielder would be Sammy Sosa. Did he take steroids? Did he not? I'm not exactly sure. I sort of turned a blind eye to that one as a Cubs fan, but Rangers, White Sox, and Cubs, I love Sammy Sosa. Just hit newts. absolute tanks. I love Sammy Sosa so dang much. Now to the starting pitcher, Garrett Cole. One by one. Garrett Cole, 326 strikeout. I loved. He's on here because in 2019, every time he started, I would just ask Siri, "Who did Garrett Cole strike out today?" And she'd be like, "He struck out this person 3 times, this person 2 times, and this person 1 time." And I'd just be counting them up. My 15 one day, and 11 the Nets, and 13 the Nets. And I loved listening to his starts. And I actually loved when he was carving up the Cubs. He was striking out Cubs left, right, and center. And I'm like, yes, Garrett Cole, strike out my favorite players on my favorite team because I love you so much. Nets, Justin Verlander, like a fine wine. Gets better with age. Draft net mark. But, I love Justin Verlander. 2006, should have won that World Series over the Cardinals. But, oh my gosh, he's such a good pitcher. He's so amazing. Nets, Roy Halladay would be my third one. I love Roy Halladay. Rest in peace. I really love him. Perfect game, no hitters. He could do it all. With the Blue Jays, with the Phillies, with anyone. He was so dang good. Next, I have CC Sabathia. More of a 2018, 2019 wasn't really his thing, but I just love CC Sabathia. I love the name CC Sabathia. One of the first people I learned when I really started getting into baseball is CC Sabathia. And I just always stuck with him. I like CC. And finally, Madison Bumgarner. Favorite player on the Giants, not one of my favorite players on the Diamondback. I love that he has 19 home runs. He rakes. He's a great pitcher. He shows emotion. And I just love Madison Bumgarner. Now my favorite relievers, Mariano Rivera, one of the best of all time. Jordan Hicks, I love you can throw 106. Kenley Jansen, just one of the first people I knew in baseball. Edwin Diaz, not the best 2019, but I loved always checking in to see how many games he was going to save in 1 week. In 2018, he was just on fire. Trevor Hoffman and Heath Bell, I can put them together both on the Padres. Trevor Hoffman, 13-year career because of Zach Campbell, and Heath Bell because he's friends with Zach Campbell, and I love Zach Campbell's video. Kirby Yates would have made this list too, but he doesn't give Zach Campbell any baseballs. That's how petty I'm going to be. And Aroldis Chapman. Now, talk about his personal life all you want. Yeah, sure. But in 2016, in 2015, he came into the ball game shutting it down. He was lights out. I loved him. Bench, Joey Gallo, hits. Newt, Gary Sanchez, rakes. Mike Trout, of course, on the bench. He couldn't, he's better than Marquis Grissom, but you know, the memories. I can't think of the proper word. Ichiro Suzuki, the next man on the bench, he always hit. I love Ichiro. And Javier Baez, the second to last man on the bench. And my second player that I have a jersey of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I do have 6. Okay, yeah. And Vladimir Guerrero. I don't know why I just need a 6 man. I have nothing against Vlad Guerrero. Let's go over the extras. So first base, I was also considering Albert Pujols and Pete Alonso. Albert Pujols in his younger days, the machine, and Pete Alonso because of 2019 he raked. Ryan Sandberg and Dustin Pedroia are the backup second baseman. Pedroia, I never really got to hear you play with Ryan Sandberg. You were good. Also because of Emily Show 19 and Coots rakes with you, and I like you. Shortstop, Paul DeYoung, Derek Jeter, and Javier Baez. Javier Baez is already on the bench, but Derek Jeter, one of the greatest of all time, and Paul DeYoung. Nice little shortstop. I like you on the Cardinals. Evan Longoria is the backup third baseman. Longo, I love you. On the Rays, when you went to the Giants, I love you. Now you're my favorite player on the Giants. Left field backup, we have Joey Gallo, who's on the bench, and Matt Kemp. I love Matt Kemp. When he was younger, just hitting bombs. Center field, Mike Trout, who's on the bench. And also we got Torrey Hunter and Kirby Puckett. Kirby Puckett, the best twin. I love him. And Torrey Hunter, when he went on the Angels, I liked him as well. Right field, Ichiro and Vladimir Guerrero already on the bench. But we have Roberto Clemente, who also is a backup. Just like 1973, what he did for like all the Mexicans and how he tragically died. They have a wall or a bridge or whatever it's called. For catcher, Brian McCann, I love him. Probably one of the best catchers ever. And Gary Sanchez, who's already on the bench. First starting pitchers back up, we got Randy Johnson, perfect game. Kerry Wood, 20 strikeouts. Matt Scherzer, mad match, just amazing. Pedro Martinez, also perfect game. And big, sexy Bartolo Colon. I mean, who doesn't like Bartolo Colon? And finally, alright, my one backup reliever, he just got out about 5 minutes ago. It is Sean Doolittle, because he's standing up for the players, the minor leaguers. He wasn't going to make this list. I really wanted to put him on my final list of current players. He didn't make it, so here's a constellation prize. Nostalgia. That's the other word I was thinking of. The nostalgia. Marquis Grissom over Mike Trout. But Sean Doolittle, the backup reliever. So, we're done with this trash, okay? We're never bringing this up again. No playlist. No one speaks of it. No views, no likes, no nothing. This is trash, okay? Bye.